the Biden administration, I mean, this is a long time ago. I'm pretty old, but almost probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, had said red line Rafah, major offensive. And tanks are rolling into the center of Rafah. They are they're bombing essentially the supposed safe zones. They're continue to inhibit aid getting to folks in Gaza. New reports of the settlers and other Israelis within Israel attempting to block aid coming into Gaza. Here is Rashida Tlaib yesterday
or Sunday
in Detroit. Yes, I'm sorry, Sunday in Detroit at the People's Conference for Palestine. Here she is.
International Court of Justice just ruled that the Israeli government must stop its invasion of Rafah. But President Biden says what's happening in Gaza is not a genocide. Where's your red line, President Biden? This is not even consistent with his own views on international law in the past, where he sit there and called and said Putin must be held accountable at the ICC. But he shields the murderous war criminal Netanyahu and the Israeli government official. They are asking us not to believe our own eyes. Each year, our country, and I say our country because it is our country, sends billions of dollars to maintain an apartheid government and support the ongoing ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. You all, every single bullet, every single gun, every single weapon, bombs that we send is a sacrifice of our own schools here at home. Many of which, when I go into the schools, have garbage bags over their drinking fountains because they don't have clean water. Every single bomb and bullet and weapons we send to genocide is less money to house the unhoused. When many of the veterans we send to support endless wars based on lies come back literally needing health care and nowhere to go, but we'll send weapons like this for genocide.
That's Rashida Tlaib. And, you know, well, we're so far past the Biden red line, and supposedly they are now in the process of deliberation. If anybody wants to place any bets on how that comes out.
What's there to deliberate?
They've got to deliberate. They've got to look at where did the line go from? What color is it? Was it really red? There's a whole lot of things. Incidentally, we should also say they've already rejected the ICC's warrant process, I guess, at this point. Because somehow there's some secret information that the Biden administration must have that no one else has.
Well, I mean, we're just wondering when it breaks, but we thought maybe it would change after the Flower Massacre, after Hind Rajab was recorded, crying out for help and then was killed by an Israeli strike, 6-year-old, or now we're seeing again the image that I think a lot of us can't get out of our minds of the toddler without a head being held up desperately by somebody to show what actually is happening. And also there are images of charred children burned to death in this latest strike. So there were also just conflicting reports on the red line as it related to Rafah in the lead up to this, which I think was on purpose to give the Biden administration
they
wiggle
immediately waffled. It can't go to the central, like the most
major military operation, which it's like what, and they started striking Rafah immediately after the ICC
immediately. We couldn't even headline it on the show before actually they're still bombing Rafah.
Issued the warrants. So the point is just that. Do bombings not constitute a major military operation? Because they crossed it as soon as the ICC handed out those warrants, if that's the case. And I don't think that's the case. I think that they said basically ground troops. But bombing a refugee camp where hundreds of thousands of people are sheltering is not the red line of the Biden administration at this point. It's only if ground troops go in, but even that's squishy.
Well, we have tanks going in now, so.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.